What's up, boys and girls? We're here with AJ, and today we're going to be doing a deck profile with AJ. AJ, say hello.
Hi, how y'all doing?
I hope they're doing good. So, AJ went to the YCS 250, and he did really well with his branded deck. AJ, want to explain to us how was your days in LA?
Um, I in LA, it went pretty well, all things considered, honestly. I went day one, I finished day one X2, losing round three to Dino, and then round nine to my buddy playing Cash. And
Mm-hmm.
then day two, well yeah, because of that I made day two, and then day two, the first round I played was against Flu, which I won that one, and then I played two more cash at the end, and I lost both of those. So I didn't make top cut, but honestly, I'd say the deck overperformed. Every single card in here was absolutely insane, and just performed great, honestly. And I had a
Yeah.
really great time at the YCS too, like with all my friends. Every game I played, all the opponents I played were really great people, extremely nice. If you guys went, you probably saw me there. I was the guy with the big Cyndaquil in his backpack. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it, honestly.
Yeah, it was a really great event. Also, AJ does have a YouTube channel, guys. I'm gonna leave the on the description right now of this video, so you guys can go take a look, or you guys can click up here. I'm gonna try to make a link to this. But yeah, let's go into the deck profile. And before that, actually, AJ, any shout outs you want to give?
Well, honestly, just to the whole Arizona community for just honestly help, honestly helping like me out with just like testing everything like that, and like different builds to go with, like running across ideas, explaining different like thoughts and processes. Same with my Utah guys, including you, Eddie, all of them. uh
Mm-hmm.
my boss who like like with all these cards, especially like this Jinzo and like all the branded stuff, some of the foreign stuff I have too, and obviously
Mm-hmm.
my girlfriend too, who who took the time to actually come to LA with us.
Mm-hmm.
If you went, you probably saw me there. You saw her there. She was the really tall, the tall woman, the very tall woman there. But honestly, I'd say that's everybody. It's a shout out. Yeah.
That's cool. Also, guys, just one thing. AJ is a true branded duelist, okay? So when I first met AJ, pretty much, he was playing Alubers with Shadows. He was playing like the deck since the beginning. Then when Aluber came out, so really nice to see a guy like you sticking with the deck and playing since the beginning. Honestly, yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, I honestly had a lot of fun with it when it first came out, and then honestly still
Mm-hmm.
having fun with it now. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, supports keep coming out and coming out. So yeah, let's go. Okay, let's see the deck profile.
Cool. We're gonna just jump right into it. I'm just gonna move these right over here because we'll get to these later.
Okay.
We'll just jump straight into the main. Honestly, I think this is kind of standard ratios. I don't know. Some people play
Mm-hmm.
differently, but the three Aliber, we're gonna try and move these up here because it's like a little less glare. The
Mm-hmm.
three Alibers, they're honestly I got these guys at the YCS. They're French ulti, so God bless that guy.
French
Uh,
ulti. Holy,
French
that's sick.
ulti.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first effect everybody knows. The second effect you never want to forget because that does actually come up a lot. It came up a lot at the YCS also.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
only run I only run two Albaz because I think three is honestly very excessive, and you don't need it. Even though Cashier does like banish stuff from the top of your deck, right? I
Mm-hmm.
just never really needed a third, and I just feel like the more Albaz I had draw in my hand, the worse, and also just because of
Mm-hmm.
all the other ratios that I have.
Yeah, it's a good card. Super poly on legs.
Yeah, that's true. I run two Mercurial. A lot of people only run one, but I honestly love having two. Even though a Rice Heart is like so prevalent, and this guy does have to send to graveyard for cost.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like Mercurial is honestly such a great card to add off of Lost and to prevent Nibiru. The reason I do
Mm-hmm.
run two is so I can run through one of them just in case.
Right, for sure.
like if I'm planning to not play around Nibiru, I'll grab him off of Branded Lost just to make sure, just to be safe, and like they go nib, I so send Mercuria for cost and have that
Mm-hmm.
happen. So that's mainly the reason I run to, and then also do the same. Like if I just do the standard Mirror Jade pass with Brandon or Red, do that, add another one, just so I can
Mm-hmm.
have more interruption per se.
For sure. Have you gotten a beard a lot this event?
Um, I wasn't successfully Nibiru'd.
Oh, that's good. That's
Like
really
people attempt to
good.
activate it, and I either had this guy or I saved the cross out for it, so I
That's
wasn't
really good.
successfully Nibiru'd. Yeah.
Okay.
And then for the other Despias, we just got one ad lib and then one tragedy. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
why I've talked to some people running this and they've cut like either one or both of these, and I just don't feel like that's correct
Mm-hmm.
because
Definitely.
tragedy just so much advantage, and same with ad lib, you just recursion things like that. Being able to get another mirror jade and doing that and just shade blocking a whole bunch of stuff is absolutely insane. I think these two are just always going to be necessary.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I won the one Cartesia. A lot of people run two. I just personally like one. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think you need more than one. One Spring's Kit, one Albion the Shrouded Dragon. This card is absolutely insane.
He is.
Like
Honestly, he
sending
is.
this, honestly, him and Sarnier are the ways you like roundabout search branded fusion if you don't open Albert or open branded fusion or just like open some weird combination of cards, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
One Bisu Rebellion, one Sarnier. Sarnier is another part of that combination where if you just like don't open branded fusion, you can just do it. Because it was one of my hands. I opened Bisu Lubellion and Cartesian. I was like, there's no branded fusion in my hand, so I just sent Lubellion, added this, summoned Cartesia, fused the Gregonol, made
Mm-hmm.
use this to send Retribution, and then Gregonol will send the Albion, then the Albion will send the branded fusion, and just add it to hand. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
those little things about the deck that it's just those lines that you have to kind of be able to see to just lead your way to branded fusion, which is actually kind of insane, which is why I really like this deck.
Definitely. Okay.
And for our hand traps, well, monster hand traps, three Ash and then three Nibiru.
Okay. How did Nibiru perform for you?
Nibiru performed exceptionally well. It was absolutely insane. Honestly, nobody played around it.
Oh wow.
Pretty much nobody
Because
played around it. It was
yeah.
kind of insane.
Because I had
I guess
Nibiru in
people weren't
my.
expecting it.
Oh sorry, I had Nibiru in my list and it never came up. Like I had it in my hand, and most people will play under it or play
Mm.
safe or like trap deck. So yeah, never use it. But yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
card. It's a really good card.
I loved it. Honestly, it came up so much. Even when
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I'd keep it in going like first or second a game into game like into game two or three,
Mm-hmm.
just because honestly people think I would side it out and then they like go like just try and go for game and I'd be like okay Nibiru.
Yeah, definitely.
I would honestly just side out one and then keep two in and
Mm-hmm.
it just worked out fine.
Yeah.
And that's it for my monsters. Onto the spells. Pretty standard. Three Branded Fusion. Everybody
Definitely.
knows what that does. Three Branded Opening. This card is absolutely insane. This card literally is like won me matches. It was insane.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the Graveyard Effect. Triple Fusion Deployment. This card is also busted. Honestly, one of your main board breakers too.
Oh
And
yeah,
if you
definitely.
draw like this and plus Branded Fusion, you have like the easiest expulsion lock ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Triple Crosshair Designator. This card overperformed. This card was absolutely insane. One of the MVPs of the YCS for me, honestly.
Mm-hmm. In the main deck, really good.
Yeah, in the main. I have you have to have all these ways to either protect brain diffusion or do a whole bunch of other things.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Two thrust.
Okay.
I actually really liked this card a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know in the beginning when this card came out, I was like, I was really extremely on the fence about this card.
Mm-hmm.
But two, this card was absolutely not insane. Like just activating this to change your search target off of like Aliber or your set off of Albion and stuff like that was absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah,
And also
definitely.
having this was just nutty. And like if they interrupt me and they'd have something on the board that just activate this grab into fusion or like evenly or something
Mm-hmm.
was absolutely insane and I just great.
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
And now for my one O's, we got one branded lost. Everybody knows what this card does. This card is just unfair.
It is.
Branded in red, called by Foolish, and then Gold Sark.
Oh, cool.
just to like send tragedy and things like that. So
Oh yeah, it's really good.
card is very, very good. And then for my traps, I'm going one banishment, one retribution, and then triple imperms. I know a
Jeez,
lot of
that's
people
cool.
have cut the banishment, but I honestly really, really like this card, especially in the mirror match. I
Mm-hmm.
honestly, during the mirror, I never side this out just because of if I do get gimmick puppet locked, which I expected to happen, but it didn't happen. Which I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Ooh, this is cool," right? But if it did happen, and I had like Aliver branded opening in my hand, right?
Yeah.
I would just do that, summon whichever one, or like pitch whatever, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
summon this. I'll summon Aliver, like search this, set it, and then on the next turn, I'm honestly just chilling.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. Just a quick
Yeah.
question. So I
What's up?
noticed you're now playing the Dragoon package, which is just a Dark Magician. Did you miss it? Do you think it was okay without it? How do you think?
I think it was perfectly fine without it. I personally don't like Dragoon in this deck
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like when you're playing branded, I feel like that you need that continuous advantage, and as soon as you're losing that advantage or even giving up a little inch of advantage, you lose the match.
Oh yeah, true.
Because with Dragoon, it's just like you're making Dragoon right, and
Mm-hmm.
because you're always shuffling back Dark Magician, it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like as soon as you shuffle it back and you're top decking war, you don't want to. You really, really
Mm-hmm.
don't want to top deck Dark
Yeah.
Magician. It just
Start
feels
thinning the deck and
bad.
then yeah. No, for
Yeah,
sure.
like
I
it
can.
feels bad, and then like Dragoon is cool and all. Don't get me wrong. Like it's cool. It's good
Oh,
against
it's
cash, all
it's
that
cool.
kind of thing. But I just feel like there are better things that I could be doing with my main and my extra without having
Mm-hmm.
to run Dragoon.
For sure.
And moving to the extra, kind of standard minus the Dragoon. Ooh, hello, that was bad. Two Mirror Jade,
Mm-hmm.
two Lebellion, two Albion, one Albalanitis. I've seen a lot of people cut this card. I honestly love this thing
Mm-hmm.
just because
It's really good.
during the end phase, I can add either branded fusion or fusion deployment, and just sometimes adding fusion deployment is enough. Honestly, like
Mm-hmm.
if I have like retribution engrave and I haven't used it and branded fusion being engrave, I'm honestly just gonna add fusion deployment off of this guy
Yeah,
because it
that's it.
just adds so much more extension and stuff. Rimbrom, this card is absolutely amazing. This is honestly your cash out. Got it. I love this card so much. Just being able to negate something and then not target bounce, and the graveyard effect is amazing. You target one or the other, you banish the one that you banish the one that you don't target and summon the other one. So literally, if this guy's in grave, you can banish this, summon Albaz, and then like fuse into a Mirror Jade if they have an extra deck monster on board, which is absolutely broken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agree.
One brigand to send off of Mirror Jade just in case I go through like this weird combo, and I was like, I want try being Mercurier instead of that. I usually end up sending this if I use Granganol to send Albion.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then I run Sprint just for Contact C. Even though it didn't come up, I'm honestly on the superstition as soon as I take this thing out, I'm going to get Contact C.
It always happens.
And it always happens. I did it to one guy. It wasn't at the YCS, but it was at locals. I did it to one guy. He's like, dude, I just took this card out. And I was like, yep, happens every time.
Hmm,
And then we have the only Starlight I own, the Granganol. This card is insane.
that's pretty cool.
Insane. You just get to dump any light or dark level 6 from deck or extra deck, which is can either extend your plays or like hinder your opponent. It's just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
One Guardian Chimera. Uh, enough said. Guardian Chimera is Chimera.
Oh yeah,
Uh, one Quertus. Quertus absolutely amazing. One Masquerade Dragon, and then Predator Dragos Stapeli. Dragos Stapeli is absolutely insane against Kashtira.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just making things level one that negates, so you don't really have to worry about like Fenrir's and stuff like that, or like unicorns for being your extra deck.
Mm-hmm.
But that is the extra.
Okay, cool. Very cool.
And then we'll head over to the side.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that if Cashtira was in a deck, would you play less 2-offs in an extra deck or no?
Uh no, I don't think so, honestly. I
Okay,
think if Cash wasn't a deck, I'd still keep the same ratios.
okay, that's good.
And now to the extra, everybody knows Jinzo.
Really good.
Jinzo plus expulsion is crazy. And then my other expulsion target is not Gimmick of a Nightmare. It is Destiny Hero Dark Angel.
Yo, that's crazy. So no spells for your opponent.
Pretty much, it doesn't negate the activation of the spells. The spells just resolve negated. So there are some niche ways to play around this, but
Mm-hmm.
I honestly love this card a lot more than Gimmick Puppet, if I'm
Yeah,
being
yeah.
genuine, because it's just interesting. Because like when you combo like fully, if it's insane because you can end on like red and expulsion.
Mm-hmm.
So it honestly gets to a point where it doesn't matter if your opponent does activate birth,
Mm-hmm.
because since the activation of the spell is not negated, just resolves negated, continuous spells still remain on the board. Same with field spells.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Yeah,
But
so you
yeah,
can still activate birth and like get some things off of birth. You can still get that normal summon from birth.
no, it's cool. Yeah.
And then obviously the Brent Expulsion. And then around Greed Contact Seas, every time I cited this, and I honestly did not even see this card this whole weekend. I was like, well, that kind
Really.
of sucks, but it is what it is.
Okay.
That's just Yu-Gi-Oh. But when it comes up, that card comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Triple Dark, I mean, not triple, excuse me, double Dark Ruler no more. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, is a cross out target if I see them playing Dark Ruler.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Or, and honestly, just like another board breaker against like Sprite or something. I don't know. It's weird. My Sprite matchup is interesting,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but it is what it is. Triple Cosmic Cycle.
Is that for
Bad for
Runic?
those deck. Yeah, and Runic. Honestly, Runic is the deck I fear the most.
Mm-hmm. Do
So
you do you
my
fear
side
like
is honestly more tailored toward Runic than Cash, if I'm being
mhm.
honest.
Do you
Which is
fear
why I
the
have
Naturia Beast or what specifically on the like just any like Runic deck or Naturia Runic?
Naturia Runic specifically because Nat Beast is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Nat Beast is just broken,
He
if I'm
is,
being
yeah.
honest. It's scary. Very, very
Mm-hmm.
scary.
Okay.
And then we have the one dimensional barrier just for
Mm-hmm. And
cross out
it's also
target, or if
searchable, right? With Trust.
yeah, yep, searchable with thrust. So sometimes I'll keep it in going like game three just to do that game three if I'm going first, things like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's good. I do the same.
And then the last one's triple evenly. I was honestly, well, evenly matched is evenly matched, but I was
Mm-hmm.
honestly thinking about maining one of these and then putting in a third dark ruler
Mm-hmm.
just to making the main deck count 45, and then honestly just having this going second to break a board. Like I could just like thrust search it because I know they're gonna activate something.
Mm-hmm.
And if I hard draw it, I hard draw it too, which is cool. And if I'm going first, I'm just like, okay, cool, just pitch this sucker if I hard draw it for like Rebellion or something like that. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's just my where my thought process has been with this card. I don't
Yeah.
know,
No, yeah,
but
definitely, yeah.
I think so. I think that might be the play,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, I like the list. The deck that I was playing was I was playing Punk, and then I was playing three Thrust, one evenly, and one the barrier on the main deck. So
Mhm.
if I'm going first and they like ash me or hand trap me, and my hand's still playable, I can still like try to set a pretty good disruption with Thrust,
Yeah.
like to going first because going first, if your opponent has no cards on a field, you can only set cards. And then you like normal targets, it's like imperm or something like not as good. But
Mhm.
then if you have uh, deep barrier, it's just insane. Even if you don't know what your opponent's playing, deep barrier is such a good card. But
Yeah,
yeah, I really
it
like your
gets
list.
better. Yeah, and this is 100% not the end all be all,
Hmm.
list, because branded is just one of those decks that is so flexible.
Oh yeah, super flexible.
It's like super, super flexible. So there's so many different variants and things like that. But this is the list I decided to stick with, and I like it a lot. So
Hmm. Oh yeah,
no
that's
problem
awesome.
with it.
Yeah. Anything you would have changed in a deck after Owl, or would you just keep the same for now?
Honestly, like I said before, I think honestly just the evenly thing, and then putting another
Hmm.
dark ruler. I don't
Okay.
think I don't think I would make any. changes to the main, honestly. Like
Mm-hmm.
maybe at like the very most, pick up another thrust if I'm gonna be doing evenly. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be doing the main deck evenly.
For sure.
But I honestly think that might be about it.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I really like the deck profile. Well, I think that's pretty much about it, guys. Please let us know in the comments what you guys think about the deck. Let us know what would you do differently as well. But honestly, AJ, I really like the deck. I really like the idea of not playing bricks like the Dragoon package or people that even like main gimmick puppet. You have
Mhm.
on everything on the side. You have full engine going first or going second, and I really like that honestly. So very cool.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Okay, thank
Well,
you so much.
thank you
Oh
for
yeah.
having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for being on the channel. Appreciate it. And I hope to catch you soon with another deck profile.
Yes, sir.
Okay, man. Peace out. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.